Where are we? We're in the roof of a church. There's somebody here from Italy, right? I believe there's another church in Italy. You can go through the roof. I was told by an Italian guy, because I used to say
In Florence, maybe? In the dome?
I don't know, I haven't been there yet. But I used to say, I don't say this anymore, but this is the only place that I know of that you can go to a church through the roof. And then this Italian guy said, well, I know, okay, sorry, I don't say it anymore. So I stopped saying it. Okay, so where are we? We are, the name of this place is Deir es-Sultan, which in Arabic means the monastery of the Sultan. And who are here? The Ethiopians are here. In the 10th century, there was this guy, Al-Muwasi, who was a Coptic in Egypt. And in gratitude to the Copts, gave this place to them. And, wow, but why the Copts are not here? What happened? Well, the Ethiopians are not supposed to be here. I didn't say that, right? Oh, she's recording now. Okay, so I did say that. What happened is, in the 18th century, the Ethiopians failed. They could not pay their taxes. You know, they were Christians throughout, the ages on the Muslim rule have to pay a heavy tax. We all have to pay taxes, wherever we come from. We're not going to kid ourselves. We all pay taxes. But Christians back then have to pay heavier. So the Ethiopian could not pay, and they lost their property. Again, who? And why would for money? Of course, the Greek and the Armenians. And then what happened? The Copts said, you know what, guys, come over. Come to our place. You gotta be careful who you invite to your house, okay? But these people did not leave. In the 19th, I'm not making up this story. In the 19th century, right? It's 2 decades already, okay, guys? It's about time to move out, right? Well, they didn't want to, and they fought. So this is how we invited you over. Why are you taking our place? So, and there was this fight against now between the Copts and the Ethiopians over this property. And the Ethiopians will use any means to get it inside the key or change the lock and everything. And everyone who was in power, they will take advantage of that. The Turks said, guys, okay, this belongs to the Copts, to the status quo. Nothing didn't come, and this fight went over and over for decades. So the Jordanians are now here. Remember, in 1948, Jordan will have control of this part of the city. You go to the king, and the king said no, and nobody was happy. And again, they're gone, and I'm coming. The state of Israel, right? In 1970, the picture of the couple died, and of course they went and mourned the guy. And one morning, the Ethiopians came in. They changed the lock of that gate, and they moved in, and they've been here ever since. Those 2 chapels that we went through, okay, but they haven't. And this even went to the Supreme Court of Israel. At this time, in the 70s, there's no relationship between Egypt and Israel. But there's good relationship between Ethiopia and Israel. So Israel kind of like, well, and they kind of rolled over to that. And in the 90s, when there's peace between Egypt and Israel gets back Sinai, what do you think the Copts would say then? You have to remember something. In the Middle East, people have memory. They say, it's our place, this is ours. They're not supposed to be here. Well, Israel kind of like is still in debate in court. Okay? So who do we have here? So we have monks and nuns, Ethiopian. Then this is the houses behind this wall. These are Muslims. And they live very, very extremely very simple conditions. And in fact, according to their tradition, I don't know what kind of tradition you come from, but I don't know if this is story in the Bible, the book of Genesis, in which God says to Abraham, go and, and offer me your son, Isaac, your only son. No problem, go and do it. And he's about to sacrifice. You know the story? We need to repeat it. The story says that there was a ram, and his horn got caught with a branch. What actually it is branch. Okay, every tradition, every theological understanding of the Bible, but these are the people that we have here. So this piece of land, this little, and we are actually on a roof. It's contended between these two groups. And believe me, they don't like one another. Okay? I invite you over to my house, and you two go. You gotta be careful who you invite next time, all right? So this is Deir es-Sultan.